see everyone. Hi. Last week, as you know, we didn't finish. We continued with our discussion of Jesus' last sermon, which was the Olivet Discourse. We literally got through half of it. We could have easily spent several more weeks on Jesus' last sermon. We could have easily done that. But I want to stay true to our, good to see you, true to our agenda, and we are going to be starting our new book, The Song of Solomon. I hope you all saw the advertisement in the back of the bulletin. I hope it will run another week at least to get people to come in. So that's what's going to be happening tonight. I see almost everyone has this. Please take this book out. We are going to be using it tonight, and there's a reason why I want everyone in the 6 tables. Because as I said, I want to do things a little bit differently in Bible study than we have done in the past, in that I want you to get more into the scriptures yourself, and this is an excellent way to begin to do that. Bring your pens, pencils, highlighters, really use this book for your own benefit, is what I'm going to be saying. What we are going to be doing tonight is going over some of the basics. And what I mean by that is, one of the things I like about this Ignatius Bible study is it has this marvelous introduction to the Bible and to Bible study. And what better way to start than at the beginning? You know, as Glinda the Good Witch said, it's always best to start at the beginning. So I like to do that. Hopefully you will learn some things that we haven't necessarily directly addressed in Bible study. We are going to be going over the inspiration and inerrancy of Scripture. What does that mean? We are going to go over the senses of Scripture. How is Scripture to be understood? And the criteria for biblical interpretation. We're going to get through all of that tonight, believe it or not. Oh, but wait, there's more. We're also going to get into the beginning of the Song of Solomon. So on page 87 has the introduction to the Song of Solomon. And we're going to go over the author and date, which takes up a whole page, if you notice. A whole page. We're going to get into the themes and characteristics, and we are also going to get into the spiritual aspect of the Song of Solomon. The Song of Solomon and the spiritual life, which is on page 98. That's what we're all going to get through tonight. And I know a lot of you are sitting there and laughing because you know Chip, and you know how we barely get through 2 verses. How on earth are you going to get through all of that, Chip? Well, I'm glad you asked. Because I'm not going to go through it. You are. You're going to teach each other. And this is part of why you didn't buy this book for nothing. You're going to use it. So here's the plan. And I don't know if I have enough. I really don't. But the Lord will provide. Like the manna. Okay? You are group 1. Good. No better place to start than that. 3, 4, 5, 6. If I run short, I may snag some from another table. Okay? You are group 2. 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Guess what? You got it. You're group 3. Yay! because that's 4, 5, and 6. John, could you join this group? This is a little light. We could use your help. You are group 5. Go. And last but not least, you are group 4. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There you go. And we have extra, just like the logo. So here's the deal. I want you to, in your group, answer the questions. And you're going to share out your responses so that everyone knows it. Okay? Hi. Take your group. All right? And pick a spokesperson to speak up for your group to share with everyone else. Hopefully one with a loud voice like me. Until I can find how we can get a microphone in here, that will be what we're doing. So, group 1 is doing the Bible as inspired and inerrant. So they're going to look at pages 7 and 8 and basically try to answer, or will answer, focus on questions 1 and 2. 3 is only if you have extra time. 1 and 2 is a lot. Group 2, you're going to be talking about the senses of Scripture. So look at pages 8 and 9. Group 3, you're going to be talking about the guidelines for biblical interpretation. That's 9 and 10. Group 4, you get the author and date of the Song of Solomon. Lucky you. Group 5, you're going to talk about the themes and characteristics which are on pages 88 and 89. And group 6, the powerhouse trio, get the Song of Solomon and the spiritual life on page 98. Okay? Now, as you walk in, or as you talk in your groups, I just want to go over a little bit really quickly as some group guidelines. This is something new, I know, and a lot of you have been in small groups and have been interacting with each other, and we're all family here. We've known each other a long time, but it's always good to keep these things in mind as you interact with this material. First of all, I want to make sure that this is a safe environment. Create an environment where everyone can open and honest with their feelings and understandings of the Scripture. Also want to keep it confidential. Please don't gossip. Keep everything that is shared within the group. Listen. Try to avoid thinking about what you're going to respond or what you're going to say next. Listen to what everyone has to say. Pause and silence are not necessarily bad things. So just be allowed them to be in the group. Crosstalk, just be considerate of everyone. Don't monopolize the time, nor just don't sit back and not do anything. Participate, okay? This is your time to engage in the material. Don't try to fix anyone's problems or rescue anyone. Sharing, just be sensitive about the time that you have in doing this exercise. Always use I statements. Try to avoid things like we, them, us, the church says, things like that. Speak from your own experience and from what you've been read in the material. And then finally, if there is conflict, we commit to resolve the conflict biblically. If you want to know what that means, it means following these key guidelines. Okay? So with that, just keeping those ideals in mind, I'm going to give you about 30 minutes, so until about 8:15, because I want to have enough time for everyone to share out. So let's say 30 minutes. If you're really struggling with something, I'm going to be walking around, kind of hearing what's going on. But it should be pretty straightforward. I want you to get into this commentary. I want you to get into the beginning, and this is a good way to start. It obviously doesn't encompass everything, you know, but I hit the highlights. So there you are.